Greetings, I'm Mark with Unlimited Story. Unlimited-story.com, a channel dedicated to writing, world building, marketing, and most importantly, getting things done. And Kindle Vella. Can't forget about Kindle Vella. Kindle Vella is like the thing these days. So if you want to support this channel and the things that I do, check out my stuff on Kindle and Kindle Vella. It keeps me a happy man when people read stuff. Right. Alright, so what am I doing today? A review on Godgun by Lucas Alekslov. And here is the description. Gunslingers, bounty hunters, the lawless, and the lawful. This endless desert bursts the desperate, the hungry, the dying. A world of sand and dust testing the limits of mankind. It is a time of prophecy and magic. An age past wars fought by the last remnants of a dying race. An era brought by the roar of gunfire. Dead divines, and a single verse of hope. Bring together the 5 pieces of a broken God. Unite them to forge a weapon that will save us all. The God Gun. Alright, what's our tags here? Western action, weapons, fantasy, adventure, science fiction, post-apoc. Oh, post-apoc. Place close to my heart. And what do we got for an image? Looks pretty anime style. I've never seen a gun that looks like a... This kind of looks like a TV remote from here. But looks like it's pretty futuristic. Maybe it's a God gun. Who knows? Which means I have a God gun upstairs. Maybe even 3. Anyway, let's get reading. So the first 3 of God Gun. What is going on here? We have a main character. His name is Alto Karen. He is also known as the Vigil, and he has part of the God Gun. And that's a big deal to a bunch of people. Now, not everyone knows who he is, they just know of him. So when he starts seeing people, they're like, who's this kid? But he's this God Gun carrying, or piece of the God Gun carrying child. So he is heading to a town, and it is being guarded by 2 thugs. Apparently these thugs and their thug colony took over this town. You know, it's one of those things where like, we're gonna just take over. We killed the people who run this place, so now we run it. Alright, so... they're like, put your hands up, you know, we want your valuables. And then Alto just kind of blasts them before they even realize. Like, he just caps them both. And that's really the end of him. He actually does show some mercy because he didn't actually kill them both with one bullet each. He goes over there and he has to finish them off. Now, bullets are super important. They are like a type of currency in this universe, which is really, really neat. I love the world building that is going on because if you think about it, in the apocalypse, bullets are pretty important. And then you also got to be thinking about how valuable is me killing this person. And there are different sizes of bullets because certain guns require certain size bullets. So this really matters because he's looting their bodies and like, okay, what kind of bullets we got here? I can use these. So he takes some and life's good. All right, so he enters the town that these thugs or whatever were guarding and preventing. There's also a little girl. She's mute. We find out about that later. The main character like uses he knows some sign language, at least enough to communicate with this girl. So they're like best friends of sorts. And this little girl, you're gonna find out, really likes Alto after finding out who he is and all that jazz. So he gives her some water and she runs off with it. Okay, so he kind of like hunts her down or whatever. He ends up going to, I guess, a saloon/inn, and he meets the owner. And the owner's name is, I don't know, but I think his name is Samuel Jackson, because that's the vibe I get out of this guy. Not that he says MFer all the time, but it's just, I don't know. For some reason, that's the image that got put in my mind. So they talk. Samuel L. Jackson just offers him like a place to stay, some food, helps him out. And then 6 people from the thug colony were like, our 2 people are dead. Is that because of you, newcomer? And then they're like, we're gonna rough you up, blah blah blah. We wanted to get some answers, and they end up breaking that poor little mute girl's arm, which is really awful. I'm not happy about that, and I wish Alto capped them all right there, but he did not. So they ultimately find out who he is, that he is Alto, God Gun, peace wielding person. And they end up like just running away because they're too darn scared. And they leave some guns. So Alto's like, sweet, more money for me. And yeah, so that's where it goes. So we're moving on and into a new episode, and Alto's like, yo, I need to heal this child. So he takes her to this monolith structure. And this is where we start getting into like the world building of what the world was like before. So they classify magic as really old technology. And by old technology, I mean technology that they don't really understand. Like, if my power went out, I would just get an electrician. I don't really understand it, but somebody does. Realistically, no one understands how technology works anymore. So they're like, we have power, don't touch anything. So these monoliths that are in town, they can do certain things. So Alto goes there. He gets he does some like hand motions. I remember, kind of like, what is it, Big Hero 6? It's just like a hand motion. And they give him like some bandage. So it wraps around the kid, like injects a ton of needle stuff in there, and basically fixes the arm in no time flat. And by then, two doctors show up. One's an old lady, one's a guy named Daniel, who I'll probably call Dan from now on. And they're like, oh, you already healed her with some northern magic and blah, blah, blah. So you start finding out a little bit more about Alto. Here's his kill record. He has slain 100 across the Federated Cities, Armin Collective, and he killed an auditor in District 14. Apparently that auditor was very important. He's got like tech upgrades and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then you start finding out about the thugs running this place, and the one lead thug is this gal who is some type of mage, and apparently that's very dangerous for Alto. But he is basically committed to, I'm going to kill these people because they bad, and I like these people in the town. Episode number 3. People start leaving, not leaving the town, like leaving their hiding spot. Okay, so basically no one leaves their house because they're afraid to get shot. Now everything's awesome. Like, oh, we're free, sort of. Like, we should probably enjoy this time when we can. Like, Samuel L. Jackson's tavern inn is actually busy for once. And just, great things are happening. Daniel offers a little bit of a drink, but they don't have any more booze. So they offer some coffee. There's stuff like that. Alto goes on the roof and talks to, Clee. That's her name, Clee. So glad I waited to the end of this to actually get a name. And they talk about the story of the God gun in the world. So this is your basic setup for the entire story of the world. So you know what's up. And that's kind of it. You are basically set up for, hey, we're going to do some gunslinging, and a bunch of people are going to be dying very, very soon. I'm sure it's not going to be Alto, because Alto is amazing and all that jazz. Get some serious anime vibes, of course, because of that picture. And you get some definitely get some anime like esque, I don't know, feel, just because it's like you have this main character who's like just super awesome, can do like stuff that's beyond human nature, and yeah, so call that good. Hopefully you like this kind of stuff. If you do, please consider subscribing, or at least watching another one of my videos that YouTube recommends. If you're an author and you want to have your stuff reviewed, hit me up on ye olde Discord. Thank you much. Peace. I almost forgot one sentence summary. Alto gonna cap a ton of people and build the God gun. I'm certain of it.